Hi everyone, it's Patrick here from the website sophiaorbus.com. Just doing one of my kind of regular weekly, bi-weekly vlogs about my travels. And if you've been following me, you'll know that I've been in Gran Canaria for about 5 months now. So if you've been following my vlogs, I'm kind of doing a lot of stuff about the northern side of Gran Canaria, the eastern side, like the mountains in the center, some kind of really cool resort places that most people would know. But I suppose really I kind of haven't put a whole lot about the south really. But the fact is that the busiest place in Gran Canaria by far is the south of Gran Canaria. So actually the places like Maspalomas, Playa Ingles, like I'm actually in Puerto Rico today, which is in the very south, well, south, and you come up a bit and you can see the weather here is absolutely beautiful. And one of the big one of the big advantages of the south over the north, no, I prefer the north, but one of the big advantages is the weather. It's like the sun is shining, and I called a friend of mine in Las Palmas this morning, and he told me it's raining up there. That's only 50 kilometers of a difference, but like they do call Gran Canaria the mini continent. So just explain. I suppose a lot of people have been to the Canaries, but maybe a lot of people haven't been. So if you're coming here on holidays, it's more than likely you're going to be down the south. So what would you expect? What is the typical southern resort? Now, Playa Ingles and Maspalomas can be quite flat. They're usually quite flat. But where I am at now at the moment is Puerto Rico, and it's a bit more hilly. So I'll just give you an idea what to expect. So if you look there, this is typical Puerto Rico. Now Puerto Rico was built. They basically cut the rock. There was a valley here, a couple of valleys. So this is very typical Puerto Rico. You got like all these are apartments or apart hotels, and some are good quality and some are not really great. So what is the see there? I'm like, if you're coming to Puerto Rico and you're looking for accommodation, one of the things that you need to take into consideration, where is your accommodation? Because if you see up there, that's quite a long walk up there. I wouldn't fancy it myself, and that is very typical in Puerto Rico. Now taxis are incredibly cheap. You'll get up there for about €3 or €4 on a taxi, so it's not a big expense. But if you don't want to be spending money on taxis, you'd want to be down lower. Now where I am at the moment is it's not bad. It's just I'm visiting a friend at the moment. So over here is these are new. This is new accommodation for the last couple of years. And like say for example, if you're thinking of buying a property, one of the things you need to take into consideration as well, what way the sun is hitting your new home in paradise. Now for example, you can see the sun there. It's really like it's just late morning and they're getting great sun, but during the winter these places over here don't get the sun for about 5 months. It might come out about 5:30, like say November and December, and sure it start by 6. So if you're investing in a property like in a place that's a bit hilly, you need to take into consideration, like for example, if you came over to buy it now in May, you say, wow, the sun is hitting the apartments, is really beautiful. But you need to think all year, you know, what, how will the sun be hitting that property in the winter when when there's shorter days. So basically, there's two types of accommodation when you come here. There's like apart or hotels, and the apart hotels, like they'll be very basic. Most of them are very basic. There's not a whole lot of luxury hotels there. Apart hotels, they'll have like maybe obviously every place has a pool. There might be like a snack bar. Most of it is self-catering, but you probably will be able to find a place with a small bar where you can have a beer, or like a snack or like limited hot food. Um, so a lot of people like that. But like say for example, where I am at the moment is the other type of accommodation is where people have bought property and rented out on places like Booking.com or Airbnb. Now they're a lot quieter because you don't have like a bar and a snack bar and all that. But you know, some people like to be in the middle of things, and some people like privacy and quietness. And like this, if for example, this, my friend's apartment. So you got a lovely pool there. You got a lovely view. Um, Nice and quiet. There's no one there at the moment. So you know it's a lot more private. So you won't have like people partying here or anything, you know. So that suits a lot of people because, for example, Puerto Rico is more of a mature destination. Like mostly elderly people, well, not elderly people, people like myself. I don't count myself elderly, but like there will be a lot of people my age here, and people come here during the winter as well. You know, so I'll just give you a quick run through what you might find in an apartment. Now, bear in mind this is someone's apartment. Um, so, like, this would be a standard apartment. Now, there's a lot of apartments way worse than this, and there are some better than this. So, like, usually you'll have your fridge, you'll have your TV. Now, remember, this is a private apartment. In a lot of places, you'll have a TV, but you need to pay for it, you know. Um, so a washing machine, again, that probably wouldn't be in an apart hotel, but you would actually get it in a private owner's place. So, but roughly these are about the same size everywhere, you know. So you go here, and there's the bedroom. So I need to make up the beds. And go over again. So I'm just really giving you, like, if you've never been to the Canaries or stayed in an apartment or um, anything like that, you know, it's just to give you an idea. So this is Puerto Rico, and then up a bit further you got Puerto McGann, and not far down there, less than 1 kilometre, you might see it down there is the beach, you know. So this is a short walk, but as I said, if you're up there, it ain't a short walk, you know. It's like, okay, walking down mightn't be too bad, but you know, I wouldn't fancy walking up there. And you know, it probably would annoy some people, like, to pay €3. I know it's only €3, you know, but €3 for a taxi, you know that. Do you want to be paying like for taxis going up and down to the beach, €3 or €4? No, I know it's cheap. It's look, but a lot of people like to leave their apartment and just walk down to the beach or something like that, you know. So across here, on the other side, there's another valley, and there's like even more apartments, and so basically Puerto Rico was cut out of, like, there was a valley here, but like where the houses or where the apartments are here, they would have been cut into the rock, you know. The rock would have been cut out and the developments would have been put in. So now I think it's overdone at the moment. I don't think there's any more room for any more concrete places here, and it's one of the reasons I prefer the north more than the south, you know. Okay, the weather might be nicer here. It's sunny 95% of the year. In the north it's about 80% of the year. Hey, 80%, I'm okay with that. So that's just to give you an idea of like a typical complex. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks very much for tuning in. Bye.